When the game kicks off, the NBA action is just getting started, and there's no better place to get in on the action than with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. With FanDuel, you can place live bets throughout the game, so even if you miss the opening tip-off or want to place a bet on a fourth-quarter comeback, you can stay in on the action. And if you're looking for bigger payouts, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay. Right now, new FanDuel customers can get $150 in bonus bets if their first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to join today. That is FanDuel.com/UCSS for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Guys, we talked about it yesterday. The incredible start the Cleveland Cavaliers have gotten off to this season. As it stands right now, they are the first team and the only team in the league to officially clinch a playoff spot. They are 52-10. That's tied for the 8th best start in the history of the league. They have 3 separate 12-game win streaks this season, including the one they are currently on. They're only the second team to ever do that, and it's the best start in team history, 1 game better than when they won 66 games back in 2008-2009 with LeBron James. They have 20 games to go. If they go 18-2 over the final 20 games, they can join an exclusive club. Only 2 teams in the history of the NBA. The Warriors, the season they lost to the Cavaliers in the finals, and the Bulls in 1995-1996. The only 2 teams to ever win 70 regular season games. The Cavs, based on their current win percentage, are projected to get right into that 69-70 win area. Dustin, I know it sounds crazy. Their win total entering the season was just at 50. Could these Cavs really win 70 games this season?
Yes. Yes, they can. The question I have is how bad do they want it, and do they need to? Because I think they could win every single game the rest of the season if they want to. But the question is, how much do you want to put into it? I mean, I know we can point back to when the Warriors had the run and they went for it at the end of the year, and yeah, they didn't win the title. We know that. We know how that whole thing has played out. But I still think the Cavs have to do what's in their best interest of their team and their health. Okay, if they're flying high and they're rolling good, fine, play your guys. Dude, I mean, see what the players want to do. If the players want to go for it, go for it. I don't really have a problem with it if it's not going to affect your availability in the postseason. It's not going to drain energy or health from what we're trying to accomplish, which is winning a ship.
Yes.
Not a regular season award or record.
Award.
Exactly, right? I mean, to me, it's cool, but at the end of the day, nobody is going to remember a 70-win Cavaliers team if they don't win the NBA Finals.
I actually agree with you on that one. I would say if I was a player on this Cavs team, first of all, like 70 is fine, but like you're not once you break the franchise record, which is 66, like once I break that, like all right, because unless it was trying to beat the Warriors record, like that's totally different. Like go for all out for that. But like now that that's not a thing, okay, I win 70 games. That puts me to the 3rd best team to ever do that. Like, okay, that's woohoo. Like, that's nothing really something that I would be locked in on. I think once you get the franchise record, I think this team is then switching to we're in playoff mode. Like, it's about saving our body, making sure that we're fresh for playoff mode. So I don't think that they actually want to win 70 games. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, it'd be fine, but like.
Secretly, dude, I kind of hope they drop a couple games.
Like,
they don't have to have the
like
pressure.
playing to you. I think he's saying that pressure.
Just
no,
take the pressure
that pressure be on the fans, right?
70?
Because think about it. They come out round 1, they playing somebody, and they down 20 in the 3rd quarter. And get them on 70 games.
They might get booed.
Do you know what kind of Twitter fingers I'm going to have?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be like, Inspector Gadget needs Penny just on a notebook. That was cheating, by the way. How does Penny have a MacBook Pro in 1984 for Inspector Gadget? No wonder Dr. Clark can't get no money off. But anyway, I digress. McNuggets, here's what
That was a hell of a poll, G.
Yeah,
It was such a pull that I'm blown away.
Here's the thing. Let me ask you this question. If you win them 70 games, and then you run through the Eastern Conference, Gentleman sweep.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Gentleman sweep of the Celtics.
Oh, we back in the Bron days.
Now hold on. Gentleman sweep of the Celtics, 4-1. You go play a team like OKC, who also has a crazy record, and you beat them in the finals.
We're talking history.
They literally can say, we are the best team in the history of the game.
No, they're not. The Chicago Bulls.
Hold on. But for a year, they could even say, the Chicago Bulls. Who did the Chicago Bulls play in 98 when they were when 97? They played the Jazz, right?
Or Blazers. I forget.
Jazz? Was it Jazz?
I don't remember.
Which year? The year they won 72 or 97?
Yeah, 72.
Hold on.
The year they won that 72 game.
What you trying to say about the Jazz?
Well, let me show you what I'm saying. They're not gonna have a better record than the Thunder.
He's trying to say that the Cavaliers beating the Thunder will be more impressive than the Bulls beating the Jazz in the finals.
That's a lie.
Why won't it?
That's a lie. They had 2 Hall of Famers on that team.
I don't care. They wasn't playing.
Yes, they were.
They
They beat the Seattle Supersonics.
Oh, they beat the
championship.
Sonics. What was the Sonics record that year?
The Sonics record that season was 64-18.
That's a nice.
What you saying now?
That's a nice season.
Yeah, what you talking about?
I didn't know Rain Man was doing it like that. I didn't know Kemp and Payton.
Can I make the case real quick?
But I'm still saying, but theoretically, McNuggets, they could say we are one of the best teams of all time if they win that many games and they win a championship.
Absolutely. Let me make the case for how I view this with the Cavaliers in terms of their chase for 70. I would not play guys if they need a night off. If someone's banged up and they need a little rest to recover, your health for the playoffs is more important than any regular season accomplishment. Let me reemphasize that one more time. Being as healthy as humanly possible for the playoffs trumps everything else. With that being said, the Cavs this season, because of their elite depth, aren't playing anyone more than 32, 33, 34 minutes tops in a game.
Great point.
You can't really scale that back when you get ready to go to the playoffs. Like LeBron James goes from 38 minutes to the final 2 weeks playing 32, 33 minutes. That's already what their top players are playing.
Mikey, isn't there a chance that they could actually break this record or win 70 games just but not saying they're not
Justin, that's my
not
point.
saying they're not trying.
No,
but,
Justin,
but just
that's my
do
point.
what they've
Yes.
been doing.
Yes,
Continue to do that because it's worked.
exactly.
And they may just get there.
You got that.
So
you got that.
they play 10, 11, 12 guys already. They've won 12 games in a row, and on this 12-game win streak, Mobley's had a rest day. Mitchell's had a scheduled rest day. We've seen games where in this 12-game stretch, Ty Jerome's been the leading scorer. Sam Merrill's been the leading scorer. Evan Mobley's been the leading scorer. Donovan Mitchell's been the leading scorer. DeAndre Hunter's been the leading scorer. Not only do they have the 1 seed in the East clinched, another reason to keep your foot on the gas to a certain extent is despite being 52-10, they're only a game ahead of OKC. And the best record in the finals gets home court advantage. So if you want Game 7 at home in an NBA Finals potentially, you do have to finish with a better record than OKC. So they do have some incentive to play this out. I don't think it's worth sacrificing if Donovan's hamstring, whatever, gets tweaked. Let him rest. Give him the full time to recover. But they're not overexerting themselves to get to 52-10. If they don't change anything and just keep going status quo through the final 20 games, which is not a gauntlet in terms of opponents, I think they can get pretty damn close, guys. If not, definitely get to 7.
They even be playing these dudes. Listen, my wife will say, babe, who's this random person out here getting baskets? What's his name? What's the dude? He came against the Chicago Bulls and was like, yo, I'm him for 3.5 minutes.
Ooh.
You know who he had a 3?
Devontae Green.
Oh, yeah.
Random hood figure. Devontae Green sounds like
Javante.
It's
Javante Green is dominant.
You tried to make him more hood.
The rec center. He plays in Timberlands. Like this dude, the fact that he was in here like playing well, I said, oh, the Cavs I was tweeting, I said, they're done. They starting off too sluggish. They led too many, they don't have the defensive capsule and they ain't ready to go. And you put Javante Green in, and he's throwing dimes and shooting buckets and baskets. And, listen, they be keeping Dean Wade in when he ain't hitting not one shot. I'm like, dang, Dean Wade ain't coming out yet. The rotations have been 5 to 10 man deep. 10 people. Isaac Okoro playing a whole lot of minutes, and they still keep winning. If there was a game that they were supposed to lose, it was the last game. And I'm like, oh, this is a wrap. You should have lost to the Blazers.
You seen what Terry Rozier was
Yeah, I was
doing.
gonna say you saw Rozier out there just shaving points.
I mean, but Bam was hot. Oh, listen.
He said he in deep.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The
He in deep
FanDuel.
with them people.
Hey, the FanDuel. Hey, don't put that on that man's
Man, every under prop. Man, Rozier.
Terry Rozier usually kills the Cavs.
I
especially
know
at
he
home.
do. Like, he be going
And
crazy.
he
He was turning it over at a high clip.
He had
It
a
was-
duffel bag full of,
It just was wild.
Man.
But I will tell you.
Allegedly, I'm saying.
Allegedly, yeah, we don't want to get him in that FanDuel trap. He was not. We did not know anything about that. But I will say this, McNuggets, you're right. Dustin's right too. It's like they're not even really trying. It ain't like they're playing the core four, and they won't even put Hunter in the starting lineup yet. They're like, nah, we don't need it. They're playing guys. Strus is playing bigger minutes in overtime. Sam Merrill is playing lots of minutes. It's just like they're like, okay, if we want to go out there and play, we're going to have our guys play. If we get it, we get it. We don't, we don't.
No player, starting player, a player who's going to play big-time minutes in the postseason is being taxed more than they should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In fact, like this is a nice – because you don't want to go in the playoffs with guys just like not playing and, whatever. You want them to still play and feel like you're in rhythm and all those things. But they're not asking them to play. Like those numbers that Mikey read about the amount of minutes they're playing – they're like way down compared to last year.
Do you see how Donovan Mitchell was playing? Donovan Mitchell, and I thought they did a good job of explaining this. I forget which cast, because the Cavs are on national TV all the time now. There were so many different commentators talking about it.
Cavs are so good they got Barkley fighting Kendrick Perkins.
Right, that's how good they is. and you know what? They said it. Donovan Mitchell is playing at a level or a pace where it's kind of like. He just the game just slowed all the way down to him. Like the way he dribbling, and he like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the rack. My pull up is working. My step back is lethal. You just could tell, like he's just at a different level where he playing with this level of confidence. Like I don't even need to do this, but if I really wanted to, I could get 30 on y'all and get y'all out of here. But I'm trying to work with my man Evan Mobley. It's just like he playing. I'm trying to get my other.
I'm working on something today.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm doing
working on my left.
Yeah.
It just trips me. It trips me out that he is 6'1" doing this.
Yeah.
Every time I think about like when he be dunking, I be like, this man is 6'1".
He dunked the ball off a straight.
He's your size, dude.
I'm taller than that.
He taller than
That's the
Donovan.
craziest part.
Tyvus is taller than Donovan. Yes.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, he caught the ball on a little loose ball and was under the basket and just dunked two hands off.
I know.
I know you've seen that.
Dude got bounce out this world.
I was like, you bouncing like that?
The most impressive move Donovan does is when he's attacking the basket, when he's going downhill, and mid-dribble, he takes the ball and brings it around the defender with one hand.
That move is unstoppable.
And I think he's the only guy in the league that does it. Like, he's by far the best at it. If someone else does it, I just don't watch. I haven't seen it enough. He does it on a rate. I don't know if we have a highlight of it.
He does it 3-4 times a day. A game.
It's a Euro step, but with the ball.
First of all,
he's bringing it around. It's a high. I don't even know what you call it.
First
I don't
of
know how he
all,
developed it.
let me stop
incredible.
you. What I'm gonna tell you is you're not gonna act like the Wizard didn't do this all the time. Kyrie Irving is the first person I ever seen.
No, I know he does.
So we don't act like you don't know nobody else in the league that do it. Stop it. Okay?
Kyrie's nice.
Stop it. Kyrie is
He's the guy.
crazy.
But
with the stuff.
this is the signature move, like in Bulls versus Blazers.
Yeah, this is like two-step, dude.
This is an up-step two-step. This is like a Karl Malone put his, he's doing this. Put his head behind his. This is his signature move. And like he does it 3 or 4 times a game, and it's crazy because it's lethal when the refs let you get that off. Because 5-10 years ago they'd have called that a travel or a carry or something, but they didn't send the tapes into the league and said, "Listen, this is Donovan's move. He gets this off." But he's lethal when it comes to that. Here, I will say this though. If there was one person who I am a little I'm a little concerned about is. I'm concerned. It seems as if Darius Garland is not in rhythm.
Here we go, man.
He is not in rhythm right now.
Here
McNuggets.
you go.
I think he need to play more. They playing a lot of guys. Ty Jerome, believe it or not, done ate into his minutes a lot. Ty Jerome is in a whole lot.
15 and 10.
I love it, but I need
15 and 10.
He's
It's a double-double.
Tyvus, he's balling. What? Listen. he needs to get to the point
Here we
where
go.
he's aggressive, and he's going to give me that 21-22. I need that kick up.
He's
that.
still been aggressive. He just hasn't since the Knicks game.
He
When
keep
hurt his
getting
hip.
hit in the
Right.
face.
You'll see it.
Well,
You'll see it a little bit.
No, we did it. You weren't here.
I wasn't here though.
It was
I was here.
when Tyvus was here. Yeah, we did. Darius, his numbers the last couple of games, his efficiency way down.
Yeah, because I said he was gonna go crazy against the Heat. That was
And he did not.
Where it was winning. Yeah, he did not.
He
He had a
did not.
double. He ain't scored like I thought
you
he
said
would.
put the 25
I,
in and lock.
I did
He
say
had
that.
15.
I know. I said take the over. That's what I said. Take
Well, he
the
didn't
over.
hit the over.
He didn't hit the over. So.
Bad advice on whatever bet. When you look at Darius's numbers, G, since that Knicks game, his efficiency in like the little short mid range.
Right.
He's still shooting decent from three. But it's the floaters and finishing at the rim that hasn't been there the last few games, and that's what unlocks Darius's offense.
Yeah.
Because if you got to worry about Darius finishing at the rim, then he gets that extra step to operate on the perimeter.
Yeah.
When he's not finishing at the rim, which he didn't at all last season, this looks a lot more like the Darius from last season. I'm hoping it's just a shooting slump. It
Right.
happens. He's been incredible. Only guard that was in the 50, 40, 90 club for the majority of the season. He's dropped a little below that because his field goal percentage is now at 48%. But for the most part, he's at his best when he's getting into that 7-foot area and putting defenders in a pickle. Does he take the floater because he's shooting 75% on him? Or are you going to leave the alley-oop for Allen or Mobley, whoever, or kick it to the corner? If he's not making that floater, it leaves the decision for the defender much easier, and then they can play him tighter on the perimeter because they're not worried about getting blown by and him being as efficient. So he's got to start making those floaters.
It's on. Do I have confidence in him? Sure. Am I a little scared? Nah, he'll be fine. But that's the only thing I'm seeing right now in terms of what the Cavs are looking like. But like you said, he's been balling out the whole season. And by the way, you can't. There's no zoning the Cavs either. You can't zone the
They gonna
Cavs.
shoot him right out of there.
DeAndre Hunter. I don't know how they just put him in the middle and just like I'm like. Is this a gap too? This is old school, high school. He at the top of the free throw line. I'm like, this is beautiful. I like this Cavs squad. I'm gonna tell you what, best team ever. Tyvus, they win the championship. They got best team ever. They're in the top three. Top three.